Our lead this hour comes from the goat farm. Now, I've pointed out in the past that the whole goat conversation is odd to me. When I was a kid, my parents loved to take me to the zoo. I was the fat kid at the zoo, and we went to like a petting zoo, and we'd see the different animals. And I always remember when I would go to a goat, they smelled very foul, and there were flies all over them. But everyone wants to be the goat. Everyone wants to be the goat. Well, Tom Brady is the GOAT, greatest quarterback of all time. And when Tom Brady speaks, you have to listen. Well, if you're looking for content on a radio show, you got to listen. So he has spoken. Brady did a round of interviews to promote the fact that he is getting rid of that analytical nerd Greg Olson from the A-Team on Fox. Thank God. Thank goodness. Anyway, who knows if Brady's good or not. Brady addressed, as far as a broadcaster, it'll probably be terrible, but Brady addressed several topics. The one that I would like to start with that got my attention the most was his conversation when asked about the story that really went to the back burner. The last couple of weeks, there was a story that Brock Purdy and the Niners admitted that they wanted Tom Brady. They didn't want Brock Purdy. They didn't believe in Brock Purdy. They wanted Brady to be the quarterback this year. Tom Brady could be getting ready for a Super Bowl right now if he hadn't sucked at the end in Tampa Bay and realized he can't play anymore and he had to retire. The moment Brady knew he can't play anymore was to lose a playoff game to the Dallas Cowboys. That is a sign you're done. And he lost the playoff game to the Dallas Cowboys. Anyway, so it was revealed about John Lynch and the Niners putting a full court press on Tom Brady to replace Brock Purdy and all that. And Brady was finally asked about that. And what did he say? The money quote here, Brady said, quote, in this last season, he said there's a lot of different things that people would suggest. But I kind of just kept my mind focused on where I wanted to go, Brady said. So that was his quote. That's what he said when asked a specific question about the 49ers' interest. He said, in the last season, there's a lot of different things that people would suggest, but I kind of just kept my mind focused on where I wanted to go, Brady said. So we get out the MALLER microscope now, and we psychoanalyze the words, parsing the words of Tom Brady. So the question, what stands out about Tom Brady's response about the 49ers? So I've got patches, carny, and discotheque. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make the baba ganoush. We're going to make the baba ganoush. I bet you Brady eats baba ganoush because it's eggplant. He thinks it's healthy. So I bet you he eats baba ganoush.
I don't know.
I don't know him either. But
maybe
he's hawking it on the internet or something like that. He can that way. Yeah. Electrolytes. All right. So to kick off here, the answer that Tom Brady gave when asked a specific question was a non-answer answer. Right? By not answering the question directly, he answered the question. He did not deny, nor did he confirm the 49ers' interest. But if the Niners had not been interested, methinks that Tom Brady would have said, no, they didn't contact me. But he doesn't want to lie, right? Even though he lies all that. It's a very weird dynamic with Tom Brady and his relationship with lying. He doesn't like the direct lie. He likes the indirect lie. He enjoys that. So Brady serves up a word salad, throws a few words together. His lips are moving, but he wasn't saying anything with substance. So Tom Brady learned a long time ago to answer questions in the language of gibberish, and he's very good at it. Now, some say his inspiration was Tom Brady. We believe, when dealing with the media, that Tom Brady, my money is on Patches O'Hallahan from Dodgeball, that is the person that Tom Brady tries to model himself after. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. In this case, if you can dodge a straight answer, you can do anything you want with a microphone in your hand. Never forget, a few years back, Tom Brady admitted that he doesn't ever speak the truth. Well, 10% of the time he does. He said 90%. You can look it up. Google it. 90% of what he says to the media is not what he really is thinking. That it's just gibberish. He admitted it. All right, now furthermore, in an interview, a similar interview, maybe even the same interview, Tom Brady gave his thoughts on the Patriots' new head coach, his former teammate, Jerod Mayo. Now, what do you think Brady said? You think Brady said, oh, this guy can't coach. I can't believe he wasn't even on the team. The guy was terrible. Had to carry his ass. Or do you think Tom Brady gave a Manny and a Petty to Jerod Mayo? Ding, 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 ding. Yes. He said, quote, it's certainly great for the Patriots of the coaching change. He's got a great understanding. Tom loves the word great. Great understanding of how things need to be done. Brady went on to say, I think Jerod does an incredible job relating to everybody in the locker room, all the coaches, and I think he'll do a great job. So in one quote, Brady used the word great 3 times. And one incredible. One incredible, 3 greats. So let us discuss. Tom Brady's praise of Jerod Mayo was blank. All right, so I've got Carney-like and underhanded. Carney-like and underhanded. So it was Carney-like because Tom Brady acts, when he's talking about other coaches and players in the NFL, he acts like he's a carnival worker and he's making cotton candy. Have you noticed that? Like, Brady will take shots at Roger Goodell. He'll take shots at owners. But when it comes to players, former players, or coaches, it's fluffy, cloud-like compliments. It's like finely spun sugar, like cotton candy. Now, the underhanded, wouldn't you say that the commentary about Jerod Mayo is a underhanded shot at Bill Belichick when saying that he does an incredible job of relating to everyone in the locker room, everybody in the locker room? Wouldn't that be a way of saying that Bill Belichick did not relate to everybody in the locker room? Underhanded. But we'll see what happens going forward here with Tom Brady. But if he's going to give us this commentary as a broadcaster, it's going to be completely useless. Man, I hope he gets better because Brady, he'll always have the fanboys and the jock sniffers and the athlete worship crowd that put these people on pedestals. Brady will always have them. And there's a lot of those people out there, right? Maybe you're one of them. I happen to not be. I happen to not be in that crowd. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. So he'll have the fanboys, the jock sniffers, and all that, the brown nosers. But for the impartial viewer, it's going to be nauseating as Tom Brady will refuse to give negative feedback on any coaching decision, any player's performance. He'll only say positive things, which puts no value on what his commentary is if he never criticizes anyone and he only smooches all over them. Right? And as a result, he'll be friendly and inauthentic and superficial, and maybe you love that. It's not for me. I don't need that. I like to have a little criticism sprinkled in my commentary. I enjoy that. All right, parting shot. We're going to pivot away from Bradyville. Interesting nugget out of Miami. And it involves, indirectly, Philadelphia. So a story that happened the last couple of weeks, the defensive coordinator, the much-celebrated defensive coordinator of the Miami football team, essentially quit and left and took the job in Philadelphia. And we are told now there's more to the story. We're told that several Dolphin players, this comes from a report out of Philly, several Dolphin players were allegedly prioritizing the Miami lifestyle over doing their job, putting in work. And that led to a disconnect between Vic Fangio and the Dolphins, which eventually, if you look at the trickle-down economics, it led to Vic Fangio saying, I would rather eat cheesesteak than crab legs, and I'd rather be in Philadelphia. So is there anything to this story that is clearly coming from Vic Fangio and the people around Vic Fangio? Is there anything to Vic Fangio and the story going around about the falling out with the Dolphins and how laid back everyone was with the Dolphins? So I totally buy this. It makes a lot of sense. It's the most logical conclusion to come up with, that Vic Fangio is this gruff, no-nonsense kind of lifetime football coach who happens to be from Pennsylvania. And he's 65 years old, and he doesn't want to deal with the malarkey. Right? He doesn't want to deal with the malarkey. He's not interested in the South Beach and all that. He don't want that. But it is a referendum on Mike McDaniel. Now, I like Mike McDaniel. He says goofy things. He's good for the radio show because he says stupid stuff, and he acts like a clown. And that's good for business. And we need that. So I'm happy with him. But in terms of what this says from Vic Fangio, who's a failed NFL head coach, it is a referendum on Mike McDaniel. Tell me your coach is soft on the players without telling me your coach is soft on the players. This is clearly leaked by the Fangio camp. And so is Mike McDaniel running a football team, or is he running a country club with all the amenities, including a discotheque in Miami? And is this going to be the way it goes, where the Dolphins are going to be like the Cowboys? They win a bunch of regular season games, the players are pampered, and then the first adversity, they puke all over themselves. But Fangio, if you believe this reporting, he was disgruntled, and he just wanted to coach players that actually wanted to put the work in. So now he'll be hanging out, chilling in the Delaware Valley.